everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Charm to Perfection, third video premiere. I gotta always start off by saying thank you for those who continue to watch my videos, who continue to send text messages, or even commenting on the video, and also to the new subscribers. I just want to first of all thank you guys for thinking that my journey to success was actually interesting enough to keep up with. Again, I just want to say I decided to do this because a lot of times you don't see the process it takes to go, get successful, or whether it's successful financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. I think the true meaning of success is to become the better version of yourself and try to obtain success in all areas of your life. And so, I just got fed up with, just being complacent in a lot of areas. And I decided to share my journey with everybody to becoming charmed to perfection. Okay, well, we can just actually go ahead and get started with phase one, dropping the weight of unhealthiness and low self-esteem. Now, how many of you guys out there did your homework? I'm waiting. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Nobody? Oh, okay. So last week, my challenge for myself was to write down all the unhealthy emotions. As you can see, I kind of titled in this little book I got. It's very, don't want to go up in there. But all the unhealthy emotions and feelings and perspectives that I had, because I felt like though, that was holding me down and stopping me from being the best version of myself, stopping me from basically moving forward healthy, with the healthy mindset, with the healthy heart, and also with the healthy decision making. Because a lot of times we make decisions based off emotions, and then our emotions become our habits. And again, that was from last week's video. So I did this, and I just want to let you guys know that, a lot of times for those who know me, I have this wall of toughness that I tend to portray to a lot of people. And because of that wall of toughness, a lot of people tend to steer away, or, don't come close to me, or I don't allow people to get close to me because of a lot of things that I actually put into the book, or, and written down. And so these emotions for me, they actually run deep because like last week, I noticed that there was a reoccurring label from basically past hurt and the way people treated me, or the way I felt people may have judged me, even though they may not judge me, or may not felt that type of way about me, but it was like this reoccurring feeling that I constantly kept putting down. And to start off, that reoccurring feeling was a feeling of not being loved, a feeling of being hurt, and also a feeling of rejection. I cannot tell you how many times I felt rejected, even from a very young age, growing up, especially like, in a huge family where there are just so many people. Even my relationship with my dad, he had 16 kids, and as siblings, we would joke about him having favorites because we can clearly see that he had favorites based upon the way he treated us, and how that made me feel rejected. I felt like I wasn't the best niece in the world, and how that made me feel rejected and unloved, especially when you see other people being treated way better than you. So, like I said, it definitely runs deep, but I just know that it was a reoccurring thing of being rejected. And it goes back to me taking my bar exam 7 times, made me feel rejected, like I wasn't good enough. And then it ate at my self-esteem, and made me feel like, this isn't for me again. But it's that resilience that even when you fail, to get back up. Because again, when I tell you I'm taking that bar exam and I'm passing, it's a done deal. I'm claiming it. But I noticed that, because of that rejection and because of feeling unloved, then it caused me to start being jealous of those and envious of those who I felt like everybody liked, who I felt like everybody loved, or, everybody wanted to be around. And I really had to dig deep. This wasn't no easy task at all, because you literally relive those feelings. It's a good thing because you write it down and you destroy it so that it doesn't have power over your life anymore. And so today I'm declaring that all these unhealthy emotions, regardless if someone mistreated me, or regardless if I felt judged or hurt or whatever the case may be, that I'm no longer giving this stuff power over my life. My goal is to really, initially I thought I was going to say, okay, you know what, talk to everybody who you wrote down in this book. But then I said to myself, no, I'm not going to do that, because I actually tried to have a conversation with the very first person, and it was dismissive. So I said, what's the point of talking about it? I said I was going to write it down and not let it become a part of my life, or not let it be a part of my life no more, and stop giving it power. So that's exactly what I am going to do when it comes to all of these unhealthy emotions and feelings. And I just want to let you know, this is not just a feeling of, oh, pity to me. Everybody hurt me in my entire life. No, it's I started seeing how angry I was too, because I got to calling people names in my little book. How I felt about them, and even the negative feelings that you feel about somebody, that's unhealthy in itself, because the Bible says love covers over her a multitude of sins. And when we begin to be able to allow ourselves to separate the sin from the person, stuff people do won't even affect you anymore. It won't have no value in your life. The way people think about you don't have no value in your life. I think your first supporter should be yourself anyways. But just to kind of share, I just want to share maybe one or two different unhealthy emotions that I had. I know that when my mom passed away in June 30th of 2016, I was mad at everybody. I was mad at myself. I felt like I let her down. And when she passed away, she didn't get to see me at the best version of myself. As a matter of fact, the last thing she saw was the worst version of myself, because as a caregiver, man, it is hard. It really is. It's definitely hard. And I felt alone. When you have a funeral and someone passed away, for like the first 2 weeks, when in the process of getting ready to bury your loved one, you got everybody and their mama coming over to your house. I'm talking about everybody, people you haven't seen in years, bringing food, talking about all the good memories, laughing, just having a good time. But as soon as all of that is over, you if you don't have a good support system or whatever the case may be, then you just by yourself. And that may not be for everybody, but that's how it was for me. I felt desperate to be cared for. I mean, I literally lost my mom, and I don't, everybody, a lot of people lose people, but I think losing your mom or a parent is like the worst feeling, unless you have a child, because that could be, in the same category. But for me, because I don't have any kids, it was the worst feeling in the world. I was desperate to be loved, to be comforted during that time. And I just felt like God took my world away. So I became very angry and started looking at and analyzing, overthinking everything someone did, Um, and that's cool. I think for me, I don't think I always had low self-esteem. I think what happened is that when I was writing in my book, I remembered from an early age where my low self-esteem came from. I had someone close to me, always intentionally to me, would treat me different, or try to, make fun of me in front of people, or talk about my clothes, or talk about me, or try to put me down or degrade me in front of people. And it's like, it seemed like these things were intentionally done. And for me, because this person was highly regarded, it kind of took away my low self-esteem. Like I didn't belong. I was, disconnected from everything, or, dang, nobody don't like me, those type of things. And I'm gonna try not to cry in all of this, because I'm gonna be honest, I actually cried writing some of these things down, because it was hurtful. But I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, because I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to move forward and continue to add pressure in other areas of my life and other phases of my life. But I just want to say that a lot of times, when you joking about somebody, or you trying to make them the butt of the joke, it's not funny. And you never know how you make that person feel after the situation is over. Growing up in my family, it was a bunch of kids, so we would always call ourselves ranking or baking somebody. I was never good at it. I would say something extra corny. I wasn't this big gangster y'all see in front of y'all today. I was very corny, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not gangster. I just. But anyways, I just remember always being the butt of the joke, always, being talked about. And I didn't never have no comebacks. I even remember laughing at some of the things because it was funny, even though it was hurtful. It was very clever, crafty, and funny. But that right there kind of took away your low self-esteem, because when you baking or you cracking jokes on somebody, you taking an aim at the things that they may not even feel that they're proud of about themselves, and you actually tearing away off of someone's self-esteem. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you are doing that or if you witness someone who's doing that, to just stop it, because like I said, you just never know how it makes you feel. I know even from past relationships, that's where the rejection comes from. Again, like I said, with my father and all his kids, because he treated us differently, it was that jealousy and that envy to just want to be like them, so you won't feel rejected and you won't feel like you're not loved, or people don't want to be around you, or not answering your phone calls or your text messages, or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. I do want to say one thing, that just because I'm getting rid of this, I don't expect people to change. I don't expect people to stop doing what they're doing. But what I will say is that I don't want it to have power over my life no more. So I just want to destroy it. I recognize it, and I just really want to destroy it. And the funny part about it is that it has held me back in so many aspects of my life, because I kept reliving this. I kept trying to address these things, and I'm done addressing them. So that's the end of that. I'm definitely going to pray over it tonight before I go to bed, and then I'm actually going to burn it. I'm going to burn it outside. I don't want to trip it up to the point where I'm gonna deface it. I'm definitely going to get rid of it. So with all that being said, I think now is the time for me to really focus on my goals and focus on what it is that I want to do. I know that, a lot of people look at, people as corporations. You either a corporation to the point where you 1099, I guess, or, a W-2 or whatever you want to call it, and people tell you what your worth is, or you can tell yourself and tell the world what your worth is. So if we look at ourselves as a corporation, then we need to have a mission statement, because a lot of successful corporations, they have visions and mission statements. So I just want to share the mission statement that I have for myself. My mission statement is to be the best version of myself while growing spiritually. I plan to excel in all areas of my life and be a light to those around me as a philanthropist, attorney, and an entrepreneur. That's my mission statement. And your mission statement is normally general, but it basically gives you a path and a direction to start living your life, because you have a mission. And so for next week's homework, I definitely want to challenge everybody to create their mission statement, so that, and don't try to do it all in one sitting. It actually took me a couple of weeks to come up with my mission statement, a couple of do-overs, and or we're adding and subtracting. But I'm okay with this mission statement, because overall, this is who I want to be. This is my mission. So homework next week, everyone come up with their own personal mission statement for yourself and where you want to be. Also, you have these unhealthy emotions. Like I said, everybody didn't do nothing wrong to me, but there were some people who did. And I want you to list 5 unhealthy relationships that you need to drop, that intentionally causes you to fall. To go ahead and get rid of them. It's time for them to go, and then don't look back. And then I want to ask you a quick question. Why do you want to complete this journey with me? What is making you watch these videos with me? And I want you to set a goal for yourself in the following areas of your life for the next 4 weeks. In the area of your health, your mental, your social, your home life, and also your financial life. Next week, I will be sharing these things with you. I want to thank you again for tuning in to Charm to Perfection, where we are applying pressure to your life and my life as well, so that we can shine bright like a diamond. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Thank you and have a great day. See you next week.